Football lovers, sanibonani. Welcome to PK Sports with Bungi Nkosi. Ngithembe ukuthi ni kahle, niyaphila. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Ngabonga kakhulu futhi ngawenza umkhulu mehlo. Danko. So, this weekend it was a good weekend, especially for us Manchester United fans and Kaizer Chiefs fans, because mawatha gowisa lamathima wadlali. It seems like kuba ngathi ayatshelanga ukuthi siyadliwa ke manje bafowethu. Siyadliwa kule viki. Batshelana futhi siyawina la. But asikho lapho kakhulu. So in the previous transfer window there were links of a goalkeeper and a winger from Isikhukhune United. I'm talking about Renaldo Lina is the goalkeeper and Keleto Makgalwa is a winger. But things didn't materialize. Let me not say it materialized, but those were just rumors. Kaizer Chiefs didn't confirm anything about them wanting these two players. Not because they are bad players, but they had other plans. Those plans include Asanele Velepai and Brendan Peterson. They saw his improvement and they've decided no, ngathi sombamba contract extension, and we believe kuti our squad it is doing well. Additions that will make it will be about players that when you check their age they are not old, because Makgalwa is a good player, very pacey and a tricky, skillful player, but he's 29 years of age. And now Kaizer Chiefs decided, okay, between Asanele Velepai and Keleto Makgalwa, which one is the best option? So it happened, it was Asanele Velepai, because Asanele Velepai still young and there are many chances, or there's a lot of chances that Asanele Velepai can be a good player in future, because there's a ceiling that he must reach in order for him to become one of the best wingers in South Africa. But Makgalwa is already an established player, so Kaizer Chiefs doesn't want to sign a player that will improve but already is established player. But for Asanele Velepai is a youngster which they believe he can pave his way to the top. Can pave his way to the top because of what? Because of his potential alone. And that is proof kuti he can become a good player. But Makgalwa is a player that I know and believe ukuthi in the environment that he's in at Isikhukhune United, it best suits him, because there he's able to do things, and because Isikhukhune United gave him a second chance ukuthi abuya azodlala kuphi ku top flight football, and he showed gratitude ukuthi last season was the best player of Isikhukhune United, contender of the player of the season and an assist king to top it all. But now Kaizer Chiefs didn't make a blunder by not signing him, but they were not interested in signing Keleto Makgalwa. We must make that clear. But Yena, if you look at how he plays, as one player would say, he benefits the strikers the most, because he has a vision. He has that final pass to the final third that unlocks defenders and also pick out his strikers so that they can score. That's why Krobla was scoring this much. That's why Umncube was scoring this much. But it Chiefs, the only problem is ibayodwa ukora. And Renaldo Lina yena is another goalkeeper, but compare with Brendan Peterson. Not of this season, Brendan Peterson, but Brendan Peterson. I believed ukuthi Brandon Peterson is a good shortstop. Even from last season, the only thing that was letting him down was the mistakes that were costly that he would make, whereby the team needs him the most. Ayenze mistake nje unnecessary. But it seems like now he's in a right state of mind. His head is in a place whereby it is able to think clear and be more calm when he's in the goalpost. That's why he's getting these clean sheets. But if an opportunity comes, I think Ronaldo Lina can be bought for the Chiefs. But the other thing is that vele Eric Taylor did say he won't be able to lose ama-key players wakhe. That's why vele even if nanoma bekhona team bebafuna bengeke babathole, because obvious they brought in Utostan Zawat and also that goalkeeper from Ipulkwane City. Nakanjani bebangamrelease, but he was adamant saying no, akabayi ndawo. Umakhala ke yena obvious if there was a team that tabled a good offer bebamthola, but he did say no, akayi ndawo. And coaches also, they do have an influence. When they say this player is part of my plans, I want to use him in this way so that he can benefit me and the club, and put an ultimatum, they're saying no, if never ambisa namiyahamba. It's the same thing we saw with the Crystal Palace coach saying if you release Guhe to Liverpool while knowing we are still trying to compete, kushukuthi nami ngiyarizana ngokusasa kwakhona. And if deal we say finalize, but they've decided to tangahambi since abamhambisa manje ke njoba ku Man City. But coaches have that influence, so that's the thing ayibekile about Eric Taylor. But the good thing is that even though everything happened, Kaizer Chiefs are still trying to figure it out. Slowly but surely they will get there. That's why we see them getting these clean sheet. So I want us to talk about the Kaizer Chiefs of last season and the Kaizer Chiefs of this season. I want us to compare the stats and see the only place where we have improved is at the back. But in front, we haven't improved. Because yes, improvement must be incremental. But in the striking force, we haven't improved. Last season, after 14 games, Kaizer Chiefs was sitting on position 11 with 19 points. The goals that were scored, they scored how many goals? 16 goals and conceded. No, they've scored 13 goals and conceded 16 goals with a goal difference of -3. Defensively, we were poor. This season, after 14 games, Kaizer Chiefs is sitting on position number 3 with 27 points and they've scored 16 goals and conceded 6 goals with a goal difference of +8. What does that mean? Simply means with defensively, we have improved. But offensively, when it comes to scoring goals, we haven't improved. Because last season, the goals that we were scoring, no, I made a mistake. It's not 16 goals. But we scored this season 14 goals and conceded 6. That's why the goal difference is +8. Last season, we scored 13. We cannot say one goal is an improvement. Yes, we understand there's this, I believe also in this thing of Japanese saying Kaizen, when they say focus on the small improvement, because those will help you lawa manyama improvement azokuthola ngendlela. So that's what Kaizer Chiefs decided, the co-coaches, with okay, last season we were leaking at the back, let's fix the defense and we'll then focus later on the strikers. That's why we see them conceding less goals. Even if they concede, is not more than 2 goals, because if it's more than 2 goals, just know we have lost that game. We played against Al Masry, conceded 2, we lost. We played against Sekhukhune, we conceded more than 2, we lost. So that's the role for Kaizer Chiefs this season. Simply means that the coaches are focusing on the defensive duties on how they must become solid and resolute at the back, the defensive solidity. But up front, there's still a job to be done. So let us focus for now. Let's not concede, but let's try to score that one goal and then we'll defend that goal, because that's what makes us win these games. Because I don't know how many games we've won ngama 1-0, including nama games wako CAF Confederation. So that simply means defensively, that's where the team is focused at. Let's concede less and score if one goal if possible, and then we'll decide how do we protect that lead. The only improvement is defensive, but up front there's no improvement. Let's talk about now Ashley du Preez, our former breadwinner. I don't know what is happening with Ash, and I hope it is not something that is psychologically that cannot be dealt with. But to Ash, it seems like his career at Naturena is ending bit by bit. Not because he's a bad player, but I think the co-coaches, they can't use him to his strength. And then he won't be used according to how he is best at playing. Because number one, Kaizer Chiefs now, the way that they play, they don't accommodate strikers, especially that have pace. Why? When we play against teams, it's either that teams are playing a low block, whereby it is difficult to trade a through ball, or the team that we are playing against, they are good in the middle, whereby with the creativity becomes a problem. You cannot trade a through ball to a strike, especially for a striker like du Preez, which plays on the shoulders of the defenders. That's how best he becomes when he plays. But if you play against teams that deprive you those two things, he won't have a good game and he won't be beneficial or helpful to the club, because everything that he's good at is being taken away from him. That's why even now I still say I prefer du Preez as a winger compared to a center forward. Because as a center forward or a striker, you are limited in terms of options, in terms of how you play. Because everything that you do depends on wingers, attacking midfielders, and amanye midfielders, because they need to pass you. But as a winger, it's you that have to think, have the responsibility of how to beat your marker 1v1. How to have a skill that will make sure you eliminate your opponent, you get inside the box. It's either you score or you make a cutback. And for du Preez, for his pace, it is advantageous for him, because even if a fullback can play a low ball behind the left back or the right back, he has an advantage because of his pace. But now, Magagu center forward uba limited, especially if there's no feed around, if there's no through ball that are being read to him. That's why we see him struggling this much now. I don't think it was because he missed that chance against AS Simba when there was no one in the goalpost. But I believe it is something that has to do with the cycle, mindset, and state of mind. And also how the coaches use players. They might not understand how to use him. Same thing with Flavio Silva. But yena, as one player, I think if akaqaphelanga icareer yakhe izophela nje esikhaleni, because he was a good player for Chiefs, but all of a sudden he's no longer considered even kuma match day squad. That is worrying as a fan. How come du Preez wonke umuntu uyakwazi ukusithola, especially when you play a derby, you know you can rely on him because he'll get those goals for you. But now his game time is limited. Hopefully if there's something psychological, he'll be able to deal with it in order abuye at his best, so that he can have the derby, because he used to fight for the club adlala nama-teammates that were not helping, but he would fight alone. But now that the team has started to be one, it is united, there's cohesion in the club. Everyone that plays get an opportunity to shine. But now he's no longer considered. It is something that needs to be thought of with kanjani, because abodoli bake bafika bakha no singadlala, but if there's no one stepping up angeke sibonakale. Now is that time for them, players like Abu Dupreez, to step up, to shine, because now the team is seeming like bit by bit it is coming together. Izohlangana lento abafuna ukuyenza. Hopefully ukuthi uzoba grand umjidi. I don't know, what do you think about this? But Dupreez, yeah, is another player I still think ukuthi he can offer Kaizer Chiefs something, because if mangabhekanga uyozwa sekuthiwa contract iphelile and Kaizer Chiefs might release him, especially if naye uyabona ukuthi no, my state natural is no longer good for me, because uzogcina azithola ku situation efana nabo Tashreeq Morris, which you are no longer considered even though you can be effective for the club. So I don't know, what do you think about this? Hopefully uthi nisese kahle. Just do your prediction. On Wednesday when we play against Marumo Gallants, do you see us winning, drawing, or it's a loss? Ukusho lapha na ku comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Ikhos alphile moya. Danko.